My name is and I will help a little bit because you all are aware about the situation of Tibet in China. And we had like two delegates which were supposed to come from Tibet, which are actually representing the Tibet government in exile. Unfortunately, they didn't got a visa. And because, you know, in the Indian passport you can see that they're Tibet refugees, and because they represent the Tibet government in exile, they are sure they're on the blacklist. So we have two ladies here. And who will speak today because she is for the on Tibet in regards to climate change. But before that, there's another lady here who doesn't speak that well English, Doma Tenzin, she got also from the Dalai Lama. And because they said today, this morning, something very interesting. They said, we are tired of this event. At the climate change conference. We run around, it's many panels, and it's so heartless, there is no spirit, there's no soul, it's like very, it's affecting us. And I said, you know what, I think it affects everyone. I'm also very tired, like in my soul, in my body. So they were like, you know, and then I spoke with them about the prayers because I sometimes hear them when they are praying, and I was like, what is it what you're praying about? And they said, we pray for all life, for everything, for all living beings, for all the good things, and that forgiveness which we did something wrong. It's like, I like that so much. Maybe we can do that at the event in the afternoon, you know, when everybody comes so tired and exhausted, and, you know, with the last little bit of like energy. So they both thought it's a good idea. So the idea is now that maybe you all will do a very short prayer, how they always do, and it's for all life, it's for all good things. Maybe, you know, you can explain a little bit, just a little bit about, you know, what that prayer is about. Yeah? So, and then the idea is that you maybe take it on. Obviously, you can't do that prayer, I wouldn't either. But maybe you yourself can in that moment think a little about how you would like to see, you know, your life in the future world, in the future, and give good wishes while they do their expert.
Good evening, everybody. The prayers are goes by Sinjan Kanji Dawada Delegate the Tingo Sinjan Kanji Kumar the Name to the Jawa Kumar the Dawada and Jawa Nichana that you will find from the name of the
This prayer is a short prayer. It's we are praying for the well-being of all the living beings on this earth, and may peace prevail on this earth. Thank you. Since Rebecca has already introduced us, so we're from Tibet Third Pole, and we represent Tibet. You know, our brothers and sisters from Tibet, inside Tibet. Today I'm going to do a short presentation on dams inside Tibet, about how many dams are built and what is the implication, you know, after the construction of these dams inside Tibet by Chinese government. First of all, called Tibet Third Pole. The reason being it has around 46,000 glaciers, you know, which feeds almost 20 countries in downstream Southeast Asian countries and other Asian countries. And this is the main source of water for them. And it's also, you know, that since the glaciers are melting, and there is surely going to be a risk of scarcity of water all around in Asia, Southeast Asian countries, which means a scarcity of, you know, food and food security. Most of the South Asian countries are dependent on agriculture, and if you don't have water for agriculture, then it's a huge problem. Okay, so this is a NASA satellite picture of Tibetan Plateau, which you can see at the top of it. It says roof of the world, which is like, you can see the glaciers on it. This is Tibet, and this is a picture by Daniel Miller. And you can see the glacier retreats on the Tibetan Plateau. This is greenhouse gases, which means factories, vehicles. And if you see, like, Now, what people witness is a warmer and shorter winter because of the temperature rises in Lhasa. Yeah, this is like in 1980, and if you check in 2008, it's warmer, winters are shorter. And if you take a look on the hydrology, this is Tibetan Plateau, and you can see there is a Yangtze River, Mekong, Salween, Irrawaddy, Brahmaputra. They're in the surplus, all the rivers originating from Tibet, which feeds all these nations, which you can see the blue lines going from Tibetan Plateau to other countries. And there is a rise of permafrost temperature, like since the glaciers are melting and because of global warming, there is a huge composition of permafrost in Tibetan Plateau. You'll find the frozen, we call it like ice beneath the soil, which is very good in winter. It just melts and it just gives water to the grassland. But now it's retreating, and it's huge problem. It could be a problem with drought. Like if you see, it's all melted, and these are all rich permafrost, and the ice underneath the soil are melted, and you can see the water coming out. And this is rising the permafrost temperature, and it's increasing every moment. And you see the indication, you see the desert in our drought. And this is just the information to show rising permafrost temperature. The information like where the dams are already built, like in Zamku, Chenka, and Lenga is in Phoka prefecture. And this is like in Ningji prefecture, Longla and Namdil. These are the places where who are the ones which already, the construction is already started. Red are the ones which, they're going to start the dam construction. And this is the Metok area where they are planning to construct dams here. But then there is a little problem in this area. It is very seismic active, we call it. It's very prone to earthquake and all. So they haven't yet started the project now. And there was a news about China building a dam in the Indus River, which feeds people in Pakistan, and they were uninformed about it. This is a dam, just a satellite picture where it's Murray Dam or Indus, called Indus Dam. And these are all the dam projects which is going on. And if you see, this is a hydropower project in Upper Yangtze area. These are all the list of hydropower projects. Like some are like under active consideration, some are already built, some are like under construction, some are already proposed. And we have another major dam projects in Mekong area, like 21 hydropower projects, and which is the same, like how many, some are built, some are still under construction, and same with the Selvi, and which is like 24 hydropower project right now. And if you see all this damming, because people say that like when damming is not really bad for environment, because it's actually better to dam to generate electricity than to mine coal, use coal, and it emits lots of carbon. But then what we found out is actually damming causes a lot of methane gases, which is like one of the greenhouse gases, and which is worse than the carbon, and it is the main cause of climate change. So there is a massive construction of dam going on inside Tibet, and it's really affecting glaciers of Tibet. It's melting really fast. And another problem with the damming is when you dam, there's a huge water evaporation takes place. Where there's a huge problem. Rivers are drying out of rivers. This is another problem with the damming. Yeah. So thank you.